Hi everyone, I am going to dazzle you with information that's so important you will think you just found a treasure. Okay, maybe not. Anyways, what I'm going to talk about is something that it honestly took me a few months to realize the importance of, which is why I'm making this video. For all of you people newer to playing the violin, you probably are using rosin, but you don't really know just how important it is. When I got my violin, and if you're like me, what I got with my violin was a little thing like this. And when you open it up, it's this amber looking hunk of whatever. And that's what I used for a while. And you know what? I had a no-name brand Amazon violin, and the reality is I didn't, once I knew why I was supposed to use this, I really didn't think much of it, and I just kept using it. So let's back up a bit. What is this stuff, and why is it important? Well, what it is, or at least what it's supposed to be, is it is from different conifer trees. It's I guess what you would otherwise know as like sap that comes out of the tree. And it's mixed with other stuff. The folks that make these things, I don't know, they know some magic and they use that magic to make your violin sound better. If you don't use rosin, your violin doesn't sound so hot. So what you're supposed to do with this is you take your bow. This is a bow if you don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Then I take the rosin, and now I'm not gonna put this on my bow, but you open it up and you put the rosin on the string so that it gets more friction with your violin strings. And that might seem very mundane, except for the fact that there's all these different kinds of rosins. So if there's all these different kind of rosins, what kind of secret mojo do all these people know? So what I did is I actually went out and I bought myself what the internet says was a quite decent type of rosin. And the difference between this hunk of and some decent rosin, it's day and night. It actually made my violin sound so much better. Less gritty, less scratchy, more smooth in how the violin gripped and helped to produce sound with the bow, or vice versa, whichever was gripping. So my advice is probably the advice that, you know, I wish someone had given me, and that is try out some different rosin. See what difference it makes to you. So what I bought was this Pirastro, or however you pronounce it, olive rosin. And it comes in a nice little box. And you open it up. Ooh, and look at how pretty that looks in there already. You open it up and you have the rosin in this handy dandy little hanky. And it looks a heck of a lot different and already kind of white, no, maybe not kind of, a whole lot nicer than this hunk of junk. In hindsight, I don't know why I ever put that on my violin. This rosin, how I put it on the bow, if I was doing this, just let me move the box out of the way. I'll just kind of show you what I would do, is I put the rosin on in one direction, and then I turn it. So I'm not wearing a groove into it, and then I go again. Now, you might wonder how many times up and down the bow I should be doing this and all that kind of stuff. Well, if it's a brand new bow, it's going to need more rosin. I myself, and remember, I'm no expert by any stretch, I rosin my bow probably every 4 hours that I play. And then I fold it up nicely, or relatively nicely, and I put it back into its little box. It's kind of nice and secure. I've ordered a new rosin that I read about that's decent, so I'm going to try that one out. But I would recommend this rosin for anyone like me who is, I haven't even been playing violin for a year yet, and I've noticed a huge difference with this rosin versus the virtually sacrilegious plastic coated piece of toss that out of the way. But this stuff, it makes me pretty happy. I would highly recommend it. It really improved the sound that was coming out of my violin, and I think you will like it too. So there you go. That's my quick and easy review of the Pirastro Oliv rosin. Again, I'm not being paid to do this. This is just my simple and neophyte advice that you really want to set yourself up for success when you're playing your violin. So that means, spending a little bit of money, get yourself some nice strings, get yourself some decent rosin. And I don't think that you necessarily have to spend a fortune on a violin for that matter when you're just getting started. Just make it so you're not fighting your violin and fighting the sound. And decent rosin is a good step in that direction. Remember though, if you're brand new, you want to put the rosin on the entire hair of your bow. I've seen some people on the internet just putting rosin on the center of their bow because they think that's all they use. It has to go the entire length, okay? So I probably, how many times up and down do I go? I don't know, maybe 10 times altogether every time I do it. And then the other thing is make sure that you clean up the rosin afterwards it's on your violin. You don't want that to, build up and it looks less than awesome. I don't think that's going to change the sound necessarily, but it will definitely make you look like your violin is not cared for when it should be your best friend. And there you have it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Try out the rosin or try out some others. And for that matter, let me know what you think, what you like. If you like this video and all the other ones that I'm putting out there, please like the video and subscribe below. And who knows, maybe I'll do a review of the rosin that you love too. Anyways, just do some research. Make sure that you're constantly developing every day, getting a little bit better and expanding your knowledge of this awesome, beautiful instrument that you love. Take care.